Happy
everybody.
Marvelous Monday!
Marvelous Monday! The last week of work! Woo! You
Yay.
made it! You are now officially a 7th grader. As long as you've turned in all of your work every week for us for the last 4 weeks.
But we're sad.
I know.
Because that means no more Marvelous Mondays.
Hey, you better come back and visit us when you're in the middle school and high school, because we didn't get to finish our last 9 weeks with you, and we need you in our lives.
That's right.
We love you. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. One and done. Let's go. So this week we're learning about ecosystems. So we have to build an ecosystem, and there are all these different type of ecosystems that create a biome, okay? So the first word we're going to talk about is population. We all know that population is a lot of people, right? But it doesn't necessarily have to be people.
Miss Johnson loves minions. So we're going to start with a population of minions. Now, what do you notice about the minions? They are going to be all of the same
Color,
Okay.
creature, characteristics, just like you did your physical properties for classifying living things and non-living things last week. You're going to be doing the same thing this week. Okay?
So let's look at the definition of population.
Okay.
Population is
says one species in a specific area.
Miss Johnson's minions in her classroom.
All right.
Okay.
Then we have the community. All living things in a specific area. So you have a little, what is this?
It's an otter.
Oh, an otter. Gotcha. He's talking to you.
All our
Myrtle
living
the turtle.
things.
Ooh, you can keep that on your side. I want the zebra.
Ooh, Miss Hopson wants the zebra. More living things. More living things. Oh,
What's that? Oh.
fox. And a bear.
Okay. And then we have an ecosystem, which is formed by biotic and abiotic. Now look, we need to talk about this. This is important. We've said in asthenosphere a couple of weeks ago, A means without. Bio means life. So abiotic means without life. Now, Miss Johnson, are we talking about kick the bucket?
No.
No, it was never alive. Like, for example,
Okay, she's biotic, but she's teaching on a chalkboard that was never alive. So here is Minnie Mouse teaching you a lesson. Biotic, abiotic. Biotic, abiotic.
also you could say her pointer is abiotic, the eraser is abiotic,
The floor is
the floor,
abiotic.
her shoes, her gloves, her precious little pink bow.
We also have vroom, 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 Mickey and Minnie. So they're biotic, but their car is abiotic. And we need to add some living things to our beautiful world here. We've got our Day of the Dead skeleton
Dia
plant.
de los Muertos.
And we're going to add another little plant next to the fox. But we're going to have something that's not living, and that's our park bench with a living flower on it.
Okay, so everybody understands. Biotic, life. Abiotic, no life. Ever. Never, never, never was abiotic.
If we added a house to put everybody in, I'm cleaning up my mess. We're all going in our house. The house is
abiotic.
abiotic. Goodbye.
All right. So, and then after we have ecosystems, we have biomes. So biome says it's an area on Earth with similar climate, plants, and animals. Okay? Now, there are multiple types of biomes. Let's talk about those real quick.
We first have the deciduous forest. These actually have 4 seasons. Do we have 4 seasons? No. But we are like the temperate forest. It has 2 seasons, hot and less
Warm.
hot. We have the tundra. Miss Hopson, what's tundra?
It is not the type of Toyota that we talk about that my husband used to drive. No, no, no. This is the cold stuff. This is where, like, Russia, which we never got to talk about this year, which makes me super sad, but it's so cold that hardly anything survives in this area.
Then we have the grasslands. Ms. Hopson, in social studies, what grasslands did we learn about?
The savannah.
And we also learned about the deserts.
Sometimes it feels like a desert here,
Oh,
right?
but remember, some deserts got really, really cold at night. Remember that?
That was in China.
Yes, it was. Oceans. Everybody loves the ocean biome. When you draw them, we have so many students that draw that one. Swamp. Southeast Texas, Louisiana.
Shrek.
Swamp. Beach. Oh, that's my favorite biome. Love the beach.
Gotta get our tan on. Summer's coming.
And I'm sorry, but when I think of tropical rainforest, for some reason I think of mosquitoes. I'm just saying.
No, I think about Brazil.
I think about mosquitoes.
I think about Toucan Sam on the Fruit Loops box.
Okay, well, that may be true.
Okay, so look, we're going to draw the second page of our notes that you're going to draw in your journal too, and this is going to help you with your biotic, abiotic picture. It's going to be, you think you're foxy or something?
No, you're going to start with the population of the fox.
Okay.
See, I'm trying to help her. Foxy.
Got to get that ADD brain back on track.
Foxy, Cleopatra.
All right, so we have a fox. Give
And-
it some little ears.
And when we say population, it's one kind of living thing. Now, it could still be 10 foxes in that circle, but they're all the same. Okay, so they're fox.
Okay,
Okay.
so what are we going to write here inside this circle, Ms. Johnson?
Wait, first we're going to say population,
Okay.
and we're going to say one kind of living thing.
One living thing.
Okay, now you need another circle around the fox. And you're going to entitle this circle Community. Boop, bitty, boop, 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 bitty, boop, boop, boop. You have all kinds of things. Oh, you could have a tree in your community. You could have a flower in your community. You could have a snake. You could have a mushroom. She's getting too into drawing the snake. You could have a squirrel. Oh, that's so good, Miss Hopson. What about a snail? Ew, they're slimy. You could have a person in your community.
My kids are going to love it. You can draw you a little stick figure.
You could have moss in your community. Grass in your community. Could you have a pond in your community?
Sure.
Well, let's think of one more thing we want in our community. Now, what you need to know is the things that are in this community all have to be able to live together. That means they have to adapt to this environment well. We would not draw a polar bear in this community because a polar bear would not survive in this biome. So she's going to draw, if she wanted to draw a bear, she could just draw a regular brown bear, but she wouldn't draw a polar bear.
Okay.
What's one more thing you'd like to draw?
And we need to make sure that under community, we write
Oh, sorry about that.
all
Living things.
living things.
And really in the pond, it's because it has living things in the pond.
Yeah, let's put a little fish here.
Yeah, let's put a fish. Perfect. Okay, now she's going to draw a bigger circle. This bigger circle is called ecosystem. And this is made up of all the living and non-living things. But we taught you 2 new words. What is the word for non-living? Miss Hopson?
Abiotic.
Without life. Miss Hopson, what's the word we taught them for living things?
Bio. Life. Biotic.
Perfect. So now we're going to draw things like the sun, the wind, What about a boat?
My husband's out fishing right now. He better be bringing me back some fish. Or crabs. Or, crawfish. Or shrimp.
You could draw any of those things.
It's been a while since we've,
What about a rock underneath that boat, like the boat just hit a rock? Is the rock living or not living?
oh, that would be non-living.
Okay.
Oh.
You could put a person in the
We just
boat.
drew these rocks a couple of weeks ago, right?
You could put a person in the boat, and then that would make there be a living
Then
thing.
there would be living, yeah.
Yeah. You could draw a salmon.
Okay.
You could draw a bird. Oh, I love your bird. You could draw another tree. You could draw soil. You could draw...
Hey, what about this?
Oh, a house. I love it. What about a puppy dog? Miss Hopson has a new puppy dog. It's a Dalmatian and it's so cute. And its name is Tobin. And she needs to draw some spots on Tobin. Perfect.
She's got a black ear.
She's so cute.
All right, one more thing.
I don't know. You're gonna have to pick it. Worm.
Yeah, worm will be good.
Not to be confused with snake.
All right, so there you have it. You have your notes, you have living, you have non-living things. So what your challenge is for the week is that you're going to pick a biome.
Hand me that paper. I'll show it.
It's written on, but
It's got. Oops.
don't do, this is
This
an
is
example of what not to do.
I gotta make sure the kid's name's not on it. Okay. Okay. So, you decide which ecosystem you want, and you draw a picture on the. We're gonna draw a picture on the other side of this, and it must include 4 of the same species, and it must have 10 biotic and 10 abiotic, and you have to list them. So, again, we said do not do this. Too many. We already know too many of you are really good drawers, so we know that it's going to be much better than this. So, and they didn't even necessarily label it right, but we do have grass, we have a mountain, we have clouds.
Mountains, sky, clouds.
There's a deer.
Rocks.
There's a house.
Beetles, antelope.
Yeah, they were really stretching. The
Yeah.
picture needs to be better.
So
than
here
this.
is what the challenge is. You can do one of two things. You can you can draw it on a piece of paper at home and then take a screenshot or through Remind or through Google Classroom and submit it that way. Or there's a new program called Kami, Kami, or Google Draw. And you can go into those programs inside Google Classroom and you can create and draw in Google Draw this picture. As long as you use another page to list your 10 living and 10 non-living, 10 biotic and abiotic things on your picture. Okay? And that's it. You're done with science. How exciting is that?
It's not exciting. We're going to be the best science you ever had.
You're going to miss this. I'm just saying. Calling it.
Calling it. Nobody's going to sing and dance with you as crazy as we did.
And nobody's going to bring you these dorky videos just like we did either. All right. That's it for us. Hope you have a fantastic or a marvelous Monday leading up to your fantastic Friday of the last day of your 6th grade year. We love you. We miss you. And we hope to see you soon. Bye.
Bye.